documents, most of the times you will understand it. Okay. So first of all, what is Power Apps? Okay. Power Apps is nothing but it is an that means in this Power Apps, we can create an applications. Okay. So what type of applications we need to create it? That means we need to create business prospective applications, because see why this Power Apps is came to the picture means, see, Power Apps is only for creating an applications, and that too for this Power Apps not required any software or anything. Okay, Power Apps is a cloud-based environment. Understand? It is a cloud-based environment. So we can create an application in the cloud. That means in the browser itself, you have to log into that particular site and create the applications there itself. Understand? So by using Power Apps, we can whatever the business requirements are there, those requirements we can present in the app itself. Actually what they are doing is, so by using Power Apps, business people are most of the time they are interacting with the data source data. Okay, up to now no application is not developed like they cannot users are not interacted with the data source, like from which data source you are getting the data and what app you created. That by using these Power Apps, we can users are easily interact with the data source itself. So for those reasons, we have to use Power Apps. Okay. And in this Power Apps, user can do any type of CRUD operations. CRUD operation means, CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. That means if you if you are doing any CRUD operation, in Power Apps, automatically it will happens to the data source. Okay, that it is called as CRUD operation, that we can easily interact with the Power Apps itself. Understand clearly? Okay. And another thing is, by using Power Apps, that means you can create any type of application in anywhere, in any location also you can create it. Understand clearly? Okay. In Power Apps, you can create an application at any point of time. You can create an application. That means it will support any type of devices. That means what devices means, it will support like a Windows application. That means Windows operating system. It will works. That Windows operating system, either you laptop or a desktop devices, these will works, as well as Mac also. Like see here, in laptop, desktop, in Mac device also it will works. In Mac also it will works. In iPad also it will works. Everything, because Power Apps is a cloud-based environment. That means you need to create an application in the browser itself. That means all the devices, whatever it is there, all the devices must and should have a browser, right? You just need to log into respect to that particular site and create any type of applications there itself. That means Power Apps will support any type of any type of devices. Okay, so that's the reason most of the times nowadays everyone is using Power Apps, because up to now there is no application user cannot interact with the data source itself. Whenever this came to the picture, no need to discuss all the things with the developer. By directly in the app itself, user can update everything automatically. It will be reflected in the data source itself. So that's and these by using the Power Apps, no coding part is required. All are drag and drop applications on. All these are drag and drop applications. Okay. And one more thing is, So, and one more important point in Power Apps is like you can run applications in any device, in any location at any point of time. Understand? And one more thing is there is no softwares are required for this Power Apps and everything. You just need to in the browser itself, you just need to create an application. You can do all the things, and we can easily interact it with the data. Understand? Okay. Next one is, so actually, see, this Power Apps is comes under Power Platform. What is Power Platform? What is the Power Platform? What is Power Platform? Means the combination of three tools, we can call it as Power Platform. That means the combination of three tools will be there. Okay, the combination of four tools. Okay, we can call it as Power Platform. That means why we need to use this Power Platform means by using Power Platform that we can automate each and everything. No need to do any manual intervention in this particular one. So that's the reason the Power Platform introduced three, that means four different tools. Okay, one is like Power BI. Another one is Power Apps. Another one is Power Automate. Next one is Power Virtual Agent. Understand? So one by one, we can discuss what Power Platform do. So by using all these tools, in the Power Platform, we can automate each and everything. And one more important point is all these tools are like without writing a single line of coding, we can do all the operation. That means it is a all these tools are drag and drop applications. Okay, but different tool having a different behavior. Let's discuss one by one. Like suppose, for example, for Power BI. Okay, it is a Power BI, it is a reporting tool. Okay, it is a reporting. Power BI is nothing but it is a reporting tool. So in all these Power Platform, one by one we can discuss it. So let's see what are the drawbacks in that particular one, and what is the next tool it will come. What are the advantages here? Everything that we can discuss it. Okay. So in Power BI, it is a reporting tool. What reporting tools will required? That means reporting tools doesn't no need to write any coding here itself. This Power BI is just a drag and drop application. In this Power BI, what we can do is whatever business data we are getting into that particular tool, we can represent that particular data in a structural format. Okay, whatever the data, so you just need to pull the data from the data source into that particular Power BI tool, and we can represent the data in a structural format. Actually, whatever data we are pulling, that data is non-structural format. That means all the columns will be shown. Okay, there itself. But whenever we are pulling that particular data into Power BI, in Power BI, what we are doing, we can represent that data in a structural format by using different visualization. By using different visualization, we can represent the data there. So then what business users are expecting, the same thing they can see it in that particular Power BI tool itself. And this Power BI this Power BI tool, it is a read-only tool. It is a read-only tool. That means what data we are getting from that one. So with the data, we just represent the data what business are expecting. That means the business data we can represent in a structural format by using different visualization. Understand? And this tool is a read-only tool. That means read-only tool means Vijay didn't tell it. That means whatever you created, you just view that particular one. That's it. We cannot do anything. So that means what we cannot do in Power BI? That means we cannot do any CRUD operations here. Any CRUD operations. Here. CRUD means C means create. Okay. R means read. U means update. And D means delete. Okay, that means these we can, that means CRUD operations we cannot do it in Power BI. That is the drawback in Power BI. CRUD operations means, suppose for example, you are doing insertion in that particular Power BI tool itself. So whatever record you inserted, it is not reflected to the data source. Understand what record you are inserting in the Power BI, that record, it won't show it in the data source table. That means whatever CRUD operation you do it in Power BI, up to Power BI only it will be reflected. It won't be reflected in the data source itself. Okay, that it is. So that means CRUD operations we cannot do it in Power BI. This is the drawback in Power BI. And this is a read-only tool. Understand? Power BI is a read-only tool. Okay. Next, by using that means to overcome this problem, they are created another tool that we can call it as Power Apps. What is that? That we can create a new tool that it is called as Power Apps. Power Apps is a cloud-based environment. That means, see, for Power Apps, we don't want required anything. We don't have any prerequisites for Power Apps. That means prerequisites means doesn't require any requirement. That means like 8 GB RAM, or suppose for example, in Windows application only it will work. These are the requirements. If you want to run any particular application, so that application will, if you want to, that means if that application need to support it in any of the device, means few of the requirements is required, right? But for Power Apps, there is no requirements. Okay, because we are creating all the things in the browser itself. For browser, is there any requirements? Is there? No. Understand? So that's the reason Power BI doesn't have any requirement. So here what we can do, that means we just need to create an applications. Okay, we just need to create applications. What type of applications? What business users want to interact with the data sources? Those type of applications. Understand? Suppose for example, so what in my current project, what I am doing is I created one application. In that application, I just whatever the data source data is there, that I represent in in an app, in a Power App, in an app itself. Okay, in that user can edit all each and every cell. That means user can change the records. That means user can update the things. User can create the new record from the app itself. User can delete the record from the app itself. That whatever the things they are doing in the app itself, automatically it will reflect it in the data source itself. Understand? So in my current project, they just want to see how the data will be there. Whatever the data they are given, whether the data properly it is not, they want to check it in the app itself. If it is not there, any column value is not properly, it is there directly in the app itself, they want to update it. If it is updated, then that particular value directly it is stored in the data source itself. Understand? For those type of applications. Okay, that means, and one more thing is onboarding process also. Like suppose, for example, previously what will happen, suppose you are applying any suppose you are applying a job in any of the organization, any of the company. Okay, what you have to do, until you will get the updates from the HR, you need to wait for that particular one. No need to wait for nowadays. What will happen? They are creating an application by using Power Apps itself in HR portal. Okay, that it is onboarding process. That means they are just whatever resume you are given, immediately they will create one ID. That ID we can call it as candidate ID. That means it is a unique ID, it will be generated. So with that unique ID, you have to log into that particular portal and check the status where it is there. And who are handling this also, the information it is available. That means suppose for documentation, some people, different HR people will be there. Okay. For interview, there are different HR people. So that's the reason their information is also available there itself. Okay. These type, that means by using that, so by accessing that application, they can use, that means the candidate will be, you easily know where the status it is available. If the status is pending from 2 days, they immediately they will send a mail to that particular, the mail ID is available there itself. They just need to copy that mail ID and send the mail to that one. What is the status of this particular? Okay, because to avoid the more calls to the HR, they are doing, these are the type of applications they are creating in Power Apps. Understand? Here, and one more thing is, we can do all CRUD operations here. We can do CRUD operations in Power Apps. Understand? And not only that one, we can store the data also. We can store the data in Power Apps. Okay, so this is about the Power App. Again, in Power Apps also there is a drawback is there. Everything is fine, but there is a drawback is there. That means if your files are sending, if the users are sending a files through the mail or some other location, it will be there. You have to pick it, that particular file, and put it in a proper destination place. For that, in the Power Apps cannot do all those operations, because initially, if you are picking the data where it is available, you have to put that one and load it into the source. Then only we can do all these operations, like creating applications or creating a Power BI reports, everything we can do. But if you want to place those files, means manual intervention is required. Suppose they are sending every day, they are filing like through the mail itself. So whenever they are sending a mails through the mail, you need to pick that particular attachment in the mail and download it, and you have to What you have to do, you have to pick that file and put it in a destination location. Okay, that Power Apps cannot do. Then the another that means Microsoft introduced a new app, that new tool, that it is called as Power Automate. Okay, by using Power Automate, what this Power Automate will do, it will just, without having manual interaction, automatically, if the users are placing every day in a certain location itself, then Power Apps will automatically pick those files every day, or hourly basis, or a weekly basis, based on your requirement. If you want to pick the file from daily basis, you want to pick it, or weekly basis, or hourly basis, based on that, here Power Automate will do, and Power Automate will create a flow. By that flow will automatically runs whenever it is required. Understand? That means this Power Automate, what it will do, move the files from source to destination. And not only that one, suppose for example, okay, what you have to do is, suppose for example, I want to send a mail. I want to send the Power Apps or anything. You want to send any file or anything you want to. Suppose for example, I have the data is there. My data, Excel data is located in some other one. That every day, whenever it is placed in that particular folder, that means, so that particular Excel file is on a particular time basis, that file will be available in that particular folder. At that point of time, what you have to do, you need to pick that file and you need to send to the users, right? This is what your requirement, but you have to do manually. But without doing manually, Power App will pick that particular file and it will send the mail automatically to the different users. Understand or not? So we can automate all these things here. So this one, okay. So that means, so up to part, this is okay. Another one is Power Virtual Agent. That means, suppose for example, sometimes what will happen, whether suppose for example, what you need to, how many people are vote to this particular one, how many people are like this particular one, can you please send the updates or one, those related things we can do it in Power Virtual Agent. Power Virtual Agent. Understand? So most of the times we didn't require a Power Virtual Agent. If you know complete these three, okay, you can automate each and everything in that one. These we can call it as Power Platform. What is that? Power Platform. That means in this Power Platform, by using all these things, we can automate everything. We can take the files from particular location, and you can create an application by using Power Apps. And after creating an application, users are interacted with the data source directly. After proper data updation in the data source itself, they want to represent that data in the Power BI. Okay, by using all these things, we can automate easily. And all these applications are drag and drop applications. No need to write a single line of coding in this particular one. Understand clearly? This is about all this Power Platform. Now we are discussing about the license. Okay, so in Power Apps, so in this particular course itself, we are discussing only Power Apps. We are discussing only Power Apps. In this, see, so in Power Apps, so there are different types of licensing, even free versions also there. I will tell you. What are the different licenses is per user license, and another one is per app license. Third one is free user. Also, it will be there. Per user means, okay, per user means for one user per month, like $20 they are charging. Understand? That means for that user, you can create n number of applications in a month itself. You can create n number of applications. In Power Apps, you can create n number of applications. But this is how much it will be charged? Like $20. Okay. Per user, per app means, that means for this one, they are charging like, they are charged like $5 per month. Per month, $5. That means he can create only one app, not more than that. Understand? Free user, that means you can free to use the Power Apps. Okay, but this free user validity is up to 60 days only. Up to 60 days only, this validity will be there. Let's see where you need to purchase and everything. Okay, suppose, see here. Okay, so you have to go to the site, because Power Apps you have to log in the browser itself, right? So which site you have to go? Like you have to go like powerapps.microsoft.com. This is the site, this is the URL you have to log into the Power Apps. Understand clearly now? powerapps.microsoft.com. Click on this one. In this one, okay, see there is an option called pricing. What is that? Pricing. When you click on this option pricing, okay, when you come down, see here, there are different types of things are there. Like see here, per premium, per user licenses. So, okay, when you come down, you will see the different types are also there. Okay, see, suppose for example, if you want to buy 100 users in the organization, how they need to buy it? 100 users will be there. 100 users for each and every user, they cannot do it, right? So that's the reason per pack they are taking like this. If you are taking like 100 users or 500 users, okay, for one particular person, like they can create only one app. Per month, they are charging like this one. Okay, so there are different types it is there. Okay, so what we have to do, so most of the times they are taking like either the per user in the organizational level, they are taking like per user access. Understand clearly or not? They are taking per user access, because you don't know how many apps you need to create. That's the reason they are purchasing this one. Understand clearly? Okay, and one more thing is data hours related. That means we can store the data in Power Apps also, right? So that it is 250 MB, up to 2 GB file you can load the data into that particular data hours. Understand clearly or not? Okay, so but right now no need to take the license one. But if you want to take the license one, you need to come to this particular site, click on buy now, and you have to use it. But in the organization level, they are giving license one, right? So you no need to worry about that one. So we need to use free version. Understand? If you want to use the free version, how you need to go? Let's see. I will tell you. Okay. See. Suppose if you want to take the free version, what steps you have to do? It means first you need to get the organizational mail ID. Okay. So with the organization mail ID only, you can log into that particular Power Apps. Because it won't allows our personal mail IDs. This is first important point. It doesn't allow personal mail IDs. Always we have to use once again. Always we have to use organizational mail IDs. That means, Vijay, I didn't have an organization mail ID. How can I get it? Don't worry. There are some different sites are there. Those sites will generate an organization mail IDs. Understand? So you have to go to those sites. There are so many organization are there. It is generating only the organization mail IDs. Those sites will generate organization mail IDs. So you have to, for sign up process only, it is required those organization mail IDs. Okay, that means at the time of sign up the things, you need to go to that particular site and you need to sign up the thing, because the digit 6-digit code OTP will send to the respective site itself. So that's the reason at the time of sign up, you have to follow all the steps. Let's see how you can do that. Suppose, for example, so what you have to do, that means, so first what you need to do is, first you need to go to the powerapps.microsoft.com. Okay, in that there is an option called try free for 30 days. Don't worry, Vijay, you are saying 60 days, but here it is 30 days. After 30 days, you can extend it 30 more days also. It is possible there itself. Understand clearly or not? So for that, what you have to do is click on try a free version. Okay, and here it is asking the organization mail ID. So for that, there are different sites will generate an that organization mail IDs. You have to go to that particular in the browser. So another window you have to open it. There is a different site like Tempmail. Okay, Tempmail. Okay, these are see here. Tempmail is the one site, and see all these are the different sites it is. Okay, all these sites will generate organization mail IDs on it. So in that you have to use Tempmail. See like this. Understand? So click on this particular. Okay. Once you click on that particular link, what will happen? It will redirect to that particular site. In this site, see here, this is the temp mail ID. Okay, this temp mail ID, you have to copy it. That means for copying, you just need to click on this text box, then automatically it will be copied. And please don't close this window, because at the time of sign up the things, there is a 6-digit code will be sent to this mail ID only. Okay, so that's the reason, please don't close this one. Okay, and here what you need to do, you need to give that mail ID and check this checkbox and use start your free trial. So what will happen? it is asking, so which one you need to check it. So always you have to check it. I got it from my organization, because this is an organization mail IDs only, right? So that's the reason you have to select this one only. Don't choose it's my personal email. Understand? You need to choose I got it from my organization. Click on next. Here, what will happen? You need to give your details like Vijay. And here, what country and all the things you already know it. These are and you have to give the phone number. And here password, it is any password you need to. Suppose I need to give my own password. Okay. And after giving create password and confirm password, like both must and should be same. Okay. Create password and confirm password must and should be same. And here for verification code, I told you don't close that window, right? That for that particular mail ID, when you come down, you will see inbox will be there. Here, this code will be there, right? This code you need to enter here. What is that one? 231560. Same. 231560. Okay. After enter this one, must and should you need to save this particular mail ID. Understand? So please don't forget this one. Okay. So better to put it in the stick notes like. Okay. So this one and here and come here and click on next. Once you click on next, click on get started. Now, so now the sign up process is completed. If you want to close this particular window, means you can close it. Okay. We didn't have any objection to that one. Whatever mail ID you can copy that mail ID first. Again, that means it will comes to the login process. Okay. So you have to whatever login, whatever mail ID is there and whatever password you set it, that you need to give it here. Click on sign. Click on next. What will happen after giving username and password here? So for security reason, that means see Power Apps how much security is. So for security reason, what they are doing is, so it is first you need to authenticate it, then only you can go to that particular site. For authenticating in your mobile, in the Play Store, in Android mobile, in Play Store, under the Play Store, you will see an option called Microsoft Authenticator. That is an app. What is that? So that means in your mobile, open the Play Store. Okay. Vijay, I didn't have any Play Store is there, means I cannot do anything on the phone. For Play Store option is available for Android mobiles only, not for normal mobiles, right? So that's the reason. Open the Play Store and install the software. Install Microsoft Authenticator. Okay. How it look like this means, see, I will show you. So, Microsoft. See, in images, I will show you how it will look. See, this is how whenever you are in the Play Store, whenever you type it Microsoft Authenticator, this icon will be there, available there itself. You have to download this particular. Understand clearly? After opening that one, okay, that means after open that Microsoft Authenticator, what will happen here? It is, see here. So after clicking on here itself, after installing Microsoft Authenticator, you have to come to this browser. Okay, click on next. And see, it is clearly mentioned Microsoft Authenticator. You have to download in your phone and open that one and just click on next. Okay. So set up your account like so. For that, what you have to do, click on next. So this scanner, it will comes right. This scanner, you have to scan from the Microsoft Authenticator app itself. That means your Microsoft Authenticator, you download that app right and install it right. After installing that, after opening that, below that there is an option scan QR code. What is that? Scan QR code. This code you need to scan from your mobile. Understand or not? Let's see. I will also do the same process. Let's see. I'm installing a Microsoft Authenticator in my mobile, and after installing, what are the steps it is asking? I will mention in the notepad. Okay, don't worry. After click on open that particular file, it is asking whether allowed to send a notifications or anything. You can just click on allow and click on accept. Okay. So after opening that, first it is asking allow. You just need to click on allow. And after that, you have to click on accept. In your mobile, whenever you open a Microsoft Authenticator app, so you will have, whenever you open that particular one, first it is asking allow the notification. You can click on that one. And after that, click on accept it. After that, all the, like you want to share anything like that, you can check the checkbox and continue it. After continuing it, below that, you will have an option like, see, in your mobile, you will, whenever you open that Microsoft Authenticator, so after clicking on all these details, so you will have an option add work or school, work or school account, school account. Or another one is like scan a QR code. QR code. Okay. So you have to click on scan a QR code. What is that? Scan a QR code. That, so immediately you have to come here and you have to scan this QR code from your mobile. Okay. Just to scan it. See, that's it. Automatically, that means you are logged into that particular in that particular site itself. Click on next. After clicking on the next, whatever the number it is there here, this number you need to type it from that particular mobile itself. That means from the mobile, so you have to, what number it is, 58, right? Same number you have to type it in your mobile. Understand? After approve that one, see here, notification approved will come. That means that number you properly enter into that particular app, then it is successfully you have to log into that particular authenticator and click on next. Click on done. That means sometimes what will happen if you are opening in a different devices, then it is asking the code to enter it. Then you have to, whatever authenticator you are installing in your mobile, that authenticator you have to open it. Whatever code it is there, that code you have to enter it here. See how secure it is. So that's the reason. So click on S. And after clicking on S,